Today we're going to be exploring the abandoned Kings Park Psychiatric Center. Today we're going to uncover its history and legends as we venture inside. Come on. Kings Park Psychiatric Center opened in 1885, and its vision was to be a farming asylum where work and fresh air would heal the mentally ill. In over a century, it turned into over 100 buildings, and it had over 9,000 patients at its peak. Kings Park was once a self-sufficient village for the mentally ill. It had its own farms, a power plant, and even its own Long Island Railroad spur. But by 1966, the last patients were moved out and its doors were shut for good. Since then, nature and time have been reclaiming this place. At its peak in 1954, there were over 9,300 patients. At first, it was all about farm work and rest. And then by the 1940s, they started doing electroshock therapy and lobotomies. And then by the 1970s, new medications like Thorazine made asylums like these obsolete, and Kings Park began emptying out building by building. Now this is the quad, buildings 41, 42, and 43. This was originally female patient wards and later was a geriatric unit. The buildings form an X shape with wings. The layout creates courtyards that let light reflect into every single room. Just imagine this place in its prime. Nurses and patients roaming throughout. I really wish we could go inside, but unfortunately, every entryway is blocked off like this. Apparently, there's asbestos inside and God knows what else. And as you could see, the graffiti artists certainly left their mark. It's strange, but the art adds color to the decay. Some of it's strange, some of it's silly, but either way, it's part of the building's story now. Kings Park wasn't just a hospital, it was an entire village. It had its own farming system, water supply, and yes, its own electrical grid, powered right here. You can still feel the power of this place, literally. These generators once pulsed electricity that went to every hallway in Kings Park, and now they're just still. And here it is, Building 93, the most notorious building in Kings Park. By the late 1930s, they started building up instead of out. And this skyscraper asylum opened in 1939. Guys, I really want to go inside, but they have this place all patched up with 10-foot fences going throughout with all these signs saying falling objects, and I don't want anything falling on my head. Building 93 was a cutting-edge facility of its time, 13 stories tall and towered over everything. It was definitely a contrast from the cozy cottages that were originally here. So they placed the bedridden patients at the top floors, the semi-ambulatory patients on the middle floors, and the more able patients on the lower floors. This was an infirmary for chronic cases and the elderly. By the end, only the first 4 floors were in use until it closed in 1992. Exploring Kings Park Psychiatric Center has been truly unforgettable. It is so beautiful in decay, yet comes from a very painful past. As adventurous as it was to wander here, we remember the thousands of lives that passed through these rooms. Kings Park's story is both haunting yet enlightening, a reminder of how far mental health care has truly come. So I hope you guys enjoyed this adventure of exploring a historic site with me. And remember, this was only Tessa.